What's up, everybody? And want to have a quick chat because recently, actually, we met quite a lot of people who come to us, and we realized that actually they are running their business part time. It means that actually they are having a full time job because they can't quit their job yet, and they have to survive. You see, they have to pay the bill, so they have to work at the same time, and either they took up a franchise or licensee, and then they run it on a part-time basis, or they just hire teachers and then they themselves actually is underemployed. So and then a lot of people they come to us and then ask what should they do, you see, because the reason why they set up a new business, whether it's taking a franchise, whether it's taking a licensee, or whether they just start it on the side business. The reason why they want to do that is because they want to quit their full-time job. So but when they set up their when they set up the business, they don't see it's as easy as it seems. So and then so what they do is that they come and seek for advice, and then I encounter a lot of these kind of cases. So that's why I plan to uh, have this live video. And if you are actually in this scenario right now, so I can have perhaps I can give you a plan. So you see, whether you are, I mean, because we only focus on education, training, and related business, for example, like yoga and sports business, fitness business, and all these things. So usually, what the first thing we need to do is because the only way you can make more money is uh, from getting customers to pay you on monthly based fees for your programs, and so the ultimate aim actually is to how to get more customers. See, and so based on this, the only way for us to get customers is, like I say, obviously is we cannot run away from marketing. So those who are still underemployed right now, and those who wish that can quit their job and run this full time, the first thing you need to make sure is you need to calculate how many customers you need in order to at least to at least you have some profit that you can actually pay your bills, and you can actually pay your bills, you have your expenses to do. So that's one thing. The second thing also, you need to see how much you have in your bank for your savings. And what do I mean is that uh how much savings do you have? I mean, for example, do you have 1 month only, or do you have 2 months only, or do you have 3 months, or do you have more than 6 months? So if you have like less than 3 months, you can't quit your job yet, because it will be very risky. Because if you are new and if you don't know what to do and you just quit your job like that, I admire your courage, but in reality, it might not work out as good as what you want. Because everybody knows when we try to set up business, run a business, there are so many challenges we need to encounter, we need to solve. So the first thing is you need to calculate how many customer you need in order to break even, and after that, how many more customer you need in order break even means that you can cover your basic expenses, your operation expenses in your business, and then how many more customers, how much money more from the business that you need in order to uh I mean, at least cover your basic expenses, and you have extra a little bit more to pay your bills, I mean to pay for your own expenses, for example, your petrol and all these things. So once you calculate, let's say for example you need 60 monthly customers or 80 monthly customers, so that's the goal you need to aim right now. So how do I get, like for example, 60 customers or 80 customers? Let's say 40 is break even. You need 60 in order to make profit for your own self. It might not be as good as your full-time job, the salary, uh, but if you really want to quit a job, so we have to start small. So that's the first thing we need to look at. Second thing, it's your savings. So once you know how much saving you have, usually what I recommend is that you at least need to have 6 months of savings to float. I mean to be prepared for any emergencies that might come out in the business. Like for example, if let's say the emergency means that, okay, you started a business and the first 3 months you get zero income from the business, and then you have to use your savings to pay your own bills. So that's kind of emergency funds that usually I recommend to do. So if you have less than 3 months, you better don't quit your job yet. So you have to work extra harder to work on the business, and then of course you still have to maintain your job. So the things now actually is that because when you are working and at the same time you try to set up this business, so you have to you have to allocate your time from your normal employment job. Like for example, if you are working from 9 to 6 or 9 to 5, it means that you have to sacrifice your night time to do it, to allocate all your night time, perhaps your midnight time, to really focus on how to grow the business for your part-time business right now. When I started my business lifetime, actually I'm still underemployed, and because I don't have much savings left, and I know I quit my job like that and just go and jump into business, I will die. So what I do is that I sacrifice my weekend and I sacrifice my night time. So very punctual after 6, and then I straight away go back, and then I just spend all my night time to like really do the work. And from there, what we do, it's what you need to do is that you need to mentally and physically prepare that this is the journey you need to go through. If you can maintain it, I think you need about like what, less than 6 months. And so, but the upfront criteria is that you should know how to get students on a fastest way based on a monthly basis. That requires some knowledge and skills on how to that requires some skills and knowledge on how to do marketings. So from there, then, so if you do not know that, then the next thing is you need to learn how to do it, and you probably have to find someone to really teach you what is marketing, how to set up the marketing, how to scale your marketings, how much budget you need, what kind of system you need, what kind of process you need, how to close sales, even you're underemployed, so how to close sales if you're not there, how to do follow-up if you're not there, and how to get leads. So all these things is a step by step. You need to equip yourself to do it, because I'm sure most of the people who started on a part-time basis, they are new to business. If you're not new to business, you might already do this full-time already. So those who plan to start this on the part-time basis, those who plan to quit their job right now. So this is what you do. So first thing, you have to like really know the in and out of your business, the figures. The most important is the biggest one you have to by, right? Let's say now it's September, right? So you just started your business and you know that you need 60 or 80, whatever number you have, in order to hit the profit point where you know you can quit your job. Then you have to set a timeline. Like what? Now it's getting into October. So I need to quit my job before Chinese New Year. Or I need to quit my job by February next year. So you have like what, 4 months to go. Let's say 4 months to go. If your aim is to hit 80, so it means that you need to hit about 20 customers per month, right? So these 20 customers per month, you have to break it down. It's like, okay, how much budget do I need to invest in marketing in order to hit 20 per month? And do you have the marketing in place or not? Do you have the process in place or not? So if you don't have, this is where you have to find some experts who have been there and done that to really teach you how to do it. And so that's actually how simple it is. I give you one example. So recently, actually, we helped one ladies who are teachers, government teachers. So she have been running her business part-time, which she teach about how to DIY your own skincare organically. I mean, using the natural ingredients, how to come up with how to do your own skincare. So she had been running this on a part-time basis while still working as a government teachers. And at one point, because she had been doing the part-time for quite some time, she managed to save some savings. And then she decided to like really take an unpaid leave for 8 months and then really try and see whether she can make more money or not, right? So then the next thing it's so she eventually took the unpaid leave and used her saving to float everything, and she quickly come and master to learn how to recruit customers using a systematic process. So then what happened now is that once she run the marketing, she got like what? I think within a month we got about 90 customers. One customer is about like 350 is what? That one is like what? Almost 30K, 30 plus K within a month. And can you imagine how much you earn as a government teachers? So it's like what? 5K, like that. So so once she knows she have this, then it's easy for her to quit her job already, because after 1 month, then she had to make a decision, because the government school require her to make a decision to say, you have to tell me whether you're going to come back or not. See? So, and then eventually I tell her that since you're making, way more money in 1 month compared to your 1 year, you might as well quit your job and go this full time. So that's how she quit her job, So if you are in this situation, this is actually what we advise our people to do. And that's it. So the main thing is still, you have to understand what's your figures. You have to understand what is marketing. You have to understand how to get customers to come in, how to convert them into sales, because getting leads coming is useless now already, because if you do it right, yeah, you still get some. If you started to do some marketing, put some effort to do, you probably get some. If you do it the right way, all the leads come in on a daily basis. But leads are leads, so you still need to learn how to do sales, how to get them to pay you on the spot. So those are the things that you need to equip yourself if you're new, and if you're still running on a part-time and still having a full-time job. So that's actually what we have so many cases to come to us, and we decided to share with you. So if you have friends who actually who are facing this kind of issues, who are actually running a part-time basis, who plan to scale it, but they don't know how to scale it, they don't know how to quit their job, they don't know how to make their business profitable. So this is one of the structure that you need to go. So if you find this, help me to share, click the share button and help me to share it to people who might need this advice. And I look forward to see you in the next video. All right. Thanks, everybody.